Muthoni here. So today I'm doing an interesting video. This video was it just started weirdly because I just decided to post a question on Facebook, and the question was, what about me would you like to know in detail? So people left a couple of questions and most of them are not really worth a really long story, so I decided let me just film this video answering those questions. And do you like this look that I have on? I'm going for this is a Cleopatra inspired makeup look. If you would like a tutorial on this one, give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on your notifications, that way you will be notified whenever I have a new video. So let's get right into the question. So remember, the question is, what about me would you like to know, would you want to know in detail? So the first one is, if I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at my phone. First one is by Kelvin, and he said, love life. Then I asked, what about my love life would you like to know? And he would like to know how we met. And by we, I mean Nick and I. And we've done this, we've answered this question, I think, 3 or 2 times before. That means you haven't watched the couples Q&A video. You should go and check it out. I will link it down below. But we met twice. The first time we met was at Allianz. I was working. We had an exhibition and I was putting up photos, and he walked in. I was seated by the stairs. I was really exhausted. And he said hello to me. And that was our first meeting. He was going to the auditorium. Then the second time, which is now the more significant one, was I was working late at the office and he had a meeting at our office. So when he walked in, I used to listen to his show. So when he walked in, I was like, hey Nick. And then after his meeting and we were done with work, we got a ride to town from a mutual friend. And during the car ride, I was the topic of discussion. And then the next morning, he DM'd me, and as they say, the rest is history. Then MC Azuto P. Shutter asked, what makes you unique? Everything. Just like everyone else, everything about me makes me unique. I feel not just in terms of appearance, in terms of the physical look, but also I think what really sets us apart from everyone else is our experiences. Let's just say everything. And if not that, let's just say my hair. And then just, yeah. And then Mildred asked why I started my YouTube channel, how it's working out so far, and opportunities it has opened up. Okay, so I'm gonna just, go one by one. Why I started my YouTube channel. This is a long story. Feels like it deserves its own video, but I started my YouTube channel because I wanted to help people. This actually was not the main structure of my channel when I first got the idea. I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos. I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos, and 90% of the time it was white people who were doing videos. I don't know what's happening. Is that thunder? I think it's gonna rain. Anyway, so at first I wanted to address issues that Kenyans never really talked about. I wanted to do it in a talk show type of setting. I wanted to bring in people who've gone through certain things, like victim or survivors of certain things, and I would have to bring in an expert and then we'd have a discussion. However, putting that together was was a very intricate setup, and given my resources at the time, it was pretty, you get what I mean. So there was also the fact that people kept asking me to tell them how I did my makeup, especially my eyeliner and my lipstick, because 90% of the time they would be like, oh my god, which lipstick is that? And then I would tell them it's this lipstick. Then they'd be like, okay, cool. Then they'd go and buy it. Then they would come back and be like, I bought it, but it does not look like yours. Show me how you do yours. And I was like, okay. So I would try to explain. Same thing with how I did my eyeliner, how I used to do my entire look. And then I was like, wouldn't it be easier to just do videos instead of having to answer these questions over and over again? And that is how this happened. Here we are. How is it working out so far? It's okay. I would say I feel like it could be better, but okay, at the moment. So just looking forward to better things from this point onwards. So I would say it's so far so good. And the last bit of the question is opportunities it has opened up. So far, I've received a couple of calls, a couple of emails here and there about partnerships and working with certain people. However, some of those did not pan out in terms of I wouldn't want to do a project that I don't really believe in, or promote a product that I don't really believe in, or I would never normally use, or it's not really something that I want to be associated with. So when it comes to such decisions, I don't move forward with certain things. But some other things are, happening here and there. So it has kind of opened a couple of opportunities, and I'm sure it's going to open a lot more, in the future. So yes. Then Ian wanted to know, are you still doing poetry, and how old are you? And then he proceeded to say that the reason he asked about my age is because most ladies do not like to reveal theirs. I have no problem really revealing my age. I am turning 27 this coming August 23rd. Yes, thank you. I will be accepting your gifts. I really like gifts. You can buy me whatever gift you like, and I will say thank you. Am I still doing poetry? I am not performing poetry. I haven't performed in a while, but I'm still writing, so I guess that still counts. Then someone called Matt said, tell us about your first time. The first time I shaved my hair, because he just said first time, so I'm just going to assume it's the first time I shaved my hair. The first time I shaved my head was like, it looked so tiny. I felt like it was so tiny because I had like natural afro type of hair, kinky, because I have like 4C hair. And it felt so, my head felt so tiny. It was like, oh my god, my head is so tiny. And then the breeze, like when a breeze would pass, like I would shiver because it was cold. I'd be like, ooh, okay. So yes, I hope that is good with you, Matt. Gladys, Wanda wants to know my salad. Okay, said your salad recipes. Oh, she would like to know my salad recipes. I will send you some, okay, Monday. I actually have your email address. I will send you some. But mostly what I do is like I put together things that I have, and most of the things that I have in terms of like veggies or if it's fruits, they're mostly all very healthy, very nutritious and all that. So sometimes you just pop them in there, pour in some, squeeze in some lemon juice up in there, and you're good to go, or some vinegar. If you do dairy, instead of, I know most people use mayo. I hate it. Like even when I used to do, like I never fucks with mayo, even before. Just mix some sour cream and yogurt and use that as your dressing. Thank me later. Okay. Then, also asked my hair color and where I get them. My hair color, I do it myself, FYI, if you all didn't know. I actually do my own hair. This was because I would go and say this is what I want, and then they would assume, and then they would do whatever they want, and they'd be like, oh, there you go, but it's nothing like what I wanted. So yeah, I gave up on that. Where do I get, like, I'm guessing my hair dye? I buy locally. I just learned how to use some of them to work in my favor, and sometimes if it comes to it, I do not mind importing some hair dye. Okay. Jamedari, Mr. Kaya, by the way, he's dropping an album. Kaya, check out the event. Check him out on Twitter. I'll link him below. Check him out. What keeps you up at night? Editing. Like honestly, editing keeps me up at night. Like I end up going to bed between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. So, editing. His second part is what excites you? A lot of things, honestly. A lot of things excite me. Watching funny things, doing random things, exploring, meeting people, talking to people, having intensive conversations with people. So yeah, a lot of things. I can't really point out one thing. And even this excites me a lot whenever I'm coming up with like a new video idea and I'm like, yes, like that's exciting. What do I do for fun these days? Watch a lot of funny clips and go for events now and then, but mostly watch a lot of funny clips. And still listen to music and dance alone in the house. That still counts. 2 questions to go. The second last question, I think I'd want to answer that as the last question by Lillian. So I'm going to do Charity and then I'm going to answer Lillian. So Charity wanted to know, how do you deal with negativity from strangers online, family and friends? I will start with the family and friends bit. Family and friends, if someone's being negative, I don't care if we're related, I don't mind cutting you off. Because if there's something that I've learned is, do not be afraid to cut off people who are bringing negative energy or negative influences in your life. Don't be afraid and don't feel the need to apologize. Just because we're related, but I've done this, I cut off like some of my cousins because of this, and them thinking I owe them something just because we're related, yet when I ask something as simple as, respect my wishes when I say something, they feel like, oh my god, who the hell do you think you are? You're my cousin for crying out loud. Yeah, but that doesn't mean I owe you shit, If I tell you respect certain boundaries, it's up to you to actually do it. So never feel the need to apologize for cutting people off, especially if they're coming around with all that negativity. That includes friends and family, okay? When it comes to online, I have some cool snappy responses once in a while, but 90% of the time ignore them. Now, Lillian's intense question. Lillian asked, what changed? You have become a butterfly. It has been intriguing watching you, even from the shadows. What changed? Lillian knows me from like way back. So I get what she's asking. I have changed as a person, and it's, again, experiences. It's experiences. What changed? I got broken, okay? Like, I found myself, I was dragged into such a dark place where everything around me was just dark, and I wasn't really opening up to people or talking to people and saying stuff. So in that moment, after living through that and coming out on the other side in one piece, that's what changed. That's what has me, being who I am right now. And I wouldn't want to live through that again, but I know that has contributed a lot to me being the person I am today and the outlook I have on life right now, the perspectives and all that. But it took me getting broken to, what is it called? To sprout, or to whatever, to morph into the person that I am right now, to shed off people, shed off things, just accept certain things. Experiences are what make us what we are. So like, if I could tell y'all my life stories, some of them, and how I've ended up being here and all, it's a long video. But Lillian, I was broken, but not anymore. I'm not broken anymore, but yes, that's what happened. That's what changed. That's what ended up becoming this. And yeah, that was weird, but fun, but weird, but fun. And it was fun. It was actually interesting doing it. And I posted this like, 2 days ago? 2 nights ago. And it was interesting when the questions started coming in, and I was like, okay, I see. So if you have any more that you would want me to do and you feel like you would want to be a part of this, in terms of drop a question, you feel free to leave it down in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer it, maybe in a different video, or maybe when I'm doing like a get ready with me or something close to that. And also, I would like to know what kind of videos you guys would like to watch, because I'm not making these videos for myself, I'm making them for you, and I would love to make content that you would like to consume. So feel free to give this video a thumbs up if you like it, so I can do more of its kind. Share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to turn on your notifications. Tell your friends, tell everybody, leave a cute comment, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.